From the beautiful Kingpins, Portland, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Tiger Miller trying to stop Planet Yamasaki. Ashton looking for his third consecutive win to open up the Pac Northwest season on a noisy Saturday afternoon here in Portland. That's all part of the deal in weekend bowling. As Tiger gets a runaway strike there for a Brooklyn in the third to take an early 10-pin lead in the match. Ashton went split strike in his first 3 frames. To their left, the handicap division, someone's going to win their first career title as Abby Kay is taking on AJ Hooper. AJ been dominant all day long, but Abby's looked great in the stepladder in her debut JBT event with wins already over Josh Iverson and Silas LeBlanc. I know Kevin Hong is somewhere smiling seeing Abby's success. He has really encouraged her to be out here, and bam, instant success, making the title match. Good shot at the left here. Ashton and Tiger have similar power games with the big notable exception that Tiger does the weirdest thing. He puts his thumb in the ball. Who does that anymore? Look at that pop of the line. Lots of loft to get it through the heads. And knows exactly what he's doing. Double dribbles it right in the 1-3. Hold on, Statue of Liberty, it's 48 feet, but that's primarily in the middle, and it's not that high of volume either. So the bowlers had to stay in the middle, but this late in the day, that volume has dried out considerably, so the bowlers have to make the adjustments for it. Open the 10. Interestingly enough, it's Ashton who's still laying the ball down in the heads, gets it to fade, gets the double, and stays right in the game. Good turnout today. Thanks to everyone at Kingpins for hosting this. Beautiful, beautiful remodel of the old 20th century. Check it out if you haven't yet. It's been here a couple years. Yes, sorry. Tough to be the top seed. You have to wait a while to bowl that title match and try and stay as dominant as you can all day. But man, does Hooper look good in that ball at least. However, it was back-to-back opens prior to that. He is getting 8 pins, so he only trails by 5 and can retake the lead if he can strike in the 5th. Woo. Planet Ashton and we are all just guests in his universe right now. Swept the weekend in August at Acme and Tacoma. Looking to win 3 in a row to open the season. That's only been done a couple times before. The all-time record, by the way, for most wins in a row is 6, set by Dallas Leong a few seasons ago. So, starting to talk about all kinds of different opportunities for him there as AJ misses wide right that time. You see how the pattern takes over. If Tiger misses too far right, the ball won't recover. If he keeps it in, there's not enough pedal oil to keep it on line. The solution, lofted over the dry heads. And you can tell that this is something he's practiced many times because he looks very natural at doing it. I think we've seen him in a couple front 9 videos and stuff like that, but I believe his last title match was way back in Klamath a couple of years ago when he had a lot different look on his chin. The salad on the cheeks is a new development since we last saw him on video. But if you're going to name yourself Tiger, you might as well, have fur on your cheeks here. Otherwise, you'd be a Manx. Isn't that a hairless cat? A Manx? Is that right?
I don't know.
Manx? I don't know. Whatever that hairless cat is. All right, now this cat's got himself 5 in a row. The Tiger's roaring. Abby steps up out of that one. Lucky to leave only the 2-pin. Relatively easy spare. Sphinx, yes. Manx. What is it? Like Spanx or something going on here. I'm not quite sure where we're headed with that one. Look at all that power. Tiger gets 5 in a row. Ashton answers back with a wicked messenger for 4 in a row of his own. Game on in the stretch division. He's got a smile on there. Yeah, and almost a full-on smile from Yamasaki. Kid's got a poker face. You don't get much emotion out of him. He liked that one. He's been slinging pins all over the racks all day long. As Abby converts that spare. Simon Dyke shot 275 to open the scratch title step ladder, but the second match was low scoring. This appears to be back to the high scores. He almost gets the bucket to crumble. String stops at 4. Deficit remains 11 with that spare. Ashton will be playing the U17 title match against Hunter Bauer later on. Hunter, the victim of Simon's 275 game in round 1. Much better position on the foul line for Abby, but the ball still comes up high. Ashton elects to hook it at the 8 pin. I think he was worried at the foul line, but had no problem converting it. Trails by 12 through 6 frames. Tiger with a chance to extend that to 32 if he can keep his string alive. Right back here tomorrow for a whole new day. Rising Tide format tomorrow, one of our favorites. Something new every day for you to keep you on your toes. We laid out 48 feet today. Guess what we're laying out tomorrow? That's right, 17 feet of oil. That's right. Tiger with the loft. Oh, pretty. Getting better with each shot. From the Miller bowling family. Most of Team Miller back there watching, pretty happy with the way it's going so far, including that yawning guy back there. Here's Hooper in the 6th. Oh, big break for AJ. Solid if your name's Parker Bone, really lucky if your name's AJ Hooper there, as that ball was right in the 1-2 pocket, which is not what he intended. A Jesper shot, yes. Ashton can max out for 247. This ball would put Miller in the 240s, so key shot here in the 8th. A little extra time. A little extra loft. Oh, wow. Boy, he turned a 5 count into a 9 count there. Lucky to leave only that 6. Oh, AJ's got a wiggly 5-7 that turned into a wobbly 5. It wouldn't go down. Again, he's getting 8. And as it stands, he trails by 12, gets the 8 back. So a 4-pin game for 7. They are close. Tiger will take all the hook out of the ball for the spare attempts. Nick the 6, that's all you got to do. Well, when you win back-to-back titles, A, you're having a good day and you're bowling well, B, things have to go right. The next 2 frames are one of those spots of things that have to go right if you want to continue this string. Here we go. Not to be. Decent shot, but 4-pin stands. Miller going at a 238 pace, that strikes spare the rest of the way. Now the best Ashton can do is 236. So all of a sudden time is running short. Either way, Ashton's going to have a prohibitive lead in the points early on here with the 2 wins last month and double points today. Just looks so thrilled to be here, doesn't he? We're sorry to take time out of Ashton's day to bother him with an attempt to win 3 scratch tournaments in a row. By the way, if you don't know him, that kid is 14 years old and you play kids up to age 22 in our events. So he can be doing this for a long, long time, should he choose. Age is simply not the determining factor of success out here. It's ability, determination, all that stuff. Kind of a must strike here there for him. Instead pipes it through a little fast there, and that bucket is big time trouble. Kay spared up in the 7th. She leads now by 11, giving back 3. She can stay down at the foul line in this. That looks kind of nice, but it's still coming across her body a little bit. Ashton must, of course, have this bucket and that chop. going to bring an end to a spectacular run to start the season. And Tiger Miller is going to get himself a victory lap for the talented Southern Oregonian. Every shot huge for Abby over here. Nicely done by her. Tiger just wants to keep the ball somewhere near the lane, avoid the giant splits. There's very little. Or you can do that too, that also works. Little false start, he wants a little more camera time, but I'm happy to oblige. Cooper spare working in the 8th, trails by 4. Real nice shot again. Get the 7 to cooperate. AJ qualified first today at plus 277 for his 7 games. And Tiger, with a 90-pin lead, can suddenly not pry the ball off his hands. A little where I smile from him out there. All right, this time he's going to throw it, I guarantee you. Watch this. Hey, he got the ball off his hands. 10 pin is plenty. AJ covers the 7. And Tiger's going to need 5 pins on the next 3 shots. I think it's good for it. AJ is getting 8 over there in the handicap division, asks Tyler Coates. Heck of a bowler, threat to win anytime he shows up. He stops the Yamasaki run today. Here's Hooper in the 9th. You see just how long that pattern still is in the middle. And some of that volume, I'm sure, is pushed down the lane. So now you have the heads that hook and the back ends that don't hook at all. That's why you're seeing some of these pocket 5s, 5-7s. I saw some 8-10s later in the day today. That is demanding, to say the least. The loft was proved to be a brilliant move by Miller. Look how square those shoulders are. Look how well balanced he is at the foul line. All those things. It's not just chuck the ball as high as you can when you do that loft method. There's a lot that goes into that, and it's really well done by Tiger. Trick you gotta have in the modern game. People say, why don't you just ball down and go right? Well, you can't, because that's the skid spot on the lane. There's no margin for error there. You can't get the ball to face up the right way. 237, excellent. Again, Abby giving 8 pins to AJ. Spare working in the 9th. Boy, ooh, lucky to. All right. Lucky to get the 7-8 out of that and not drop any further count. She will attempt to get her 5th spare in a row. And we got ourselves another champ in the scratch division. Joe immediately out for the bro hug. Now they fall, of course, he says. How did a wry smile out of Yamasaki that time? Allie needs this spare in the 9th. Nicely done. That is 5 spares in a row for Kay and 6 out of 7 in this match. But that's what's keeping her in it. And with the first title on the line, it's going to come right down to the 10th frame. Kay now leads by a single pin. If they happen to tie once the handicap is added in, they'll do a 2-frame roll-off. We haven't had a title match tie in quite some time. Well, good job, Tour. Now we got an upset action. See how well that goes tomorrow. Oh boy. And now after 5 spares in a row, maybe her toughest challenge with that dreaded baby split, the 2-7, to have to shoot at here in the 10th. what a challenge here for her. She has already lost the lead by a pin, that count loss. But it's AJ working on a spare as well. First things first, she's been tugging a lot of shots, which is normal in title matches. Can she pry this off and convert the tough 2-7s? Oh, no, she can't. Open frame hands the lead to Hooper, and AJ's going to need to mark in the 10th to win. An excellent run from Kay. But that 10th frame open is so costly. Nine here on this ball will win it.
Yeah.
Woo. That 8-10 was standing, but that's enough right there. He's got 161. Oh, it isn't. That's a tie right there, isn't it? 169, and if he happens to miss this, we tie at 200 even and have our first title match tie in quite some time. It's 8 to tie, 9 to win, so we must make this. 10 pin for the title. He is all over it. I am a big proponent of the way he shot that. Do not hesitate. Don't sit there and overthink that. You've made a million 10 pins in your life. That little stick will never feel further away than when you got to shoot it for your first title. He covers it beautifully. And now he indeed has that first career title. I will put the tie sheet away. We'll hand out the plaques. Joe will hand out the bro hugs. And we will play the U17 title match in the next thing. A great first win for AJ Hooper.